Alex was having lunch with Deshaun's friends. Not even 24 hours ago, he was having lunch in a school cafeteria with his regular friends in the rich area of the city, and now he's having what seemed like prison food in a juvenile detention center with troubled kids who sell drugs on street corners.
Yo, the 76ers are dog shit this year. Ever since Allen Iverson left, they haven't been good.
What you know about Allen Iverson? He retired before your ass was even born.
They got good replacements since then, too. What about AJ Smith?
Man, AJ ain't shit. He just some broke ass nigga.
Motherfucker, so are you. Shit, if he a broke ass nigga, then use a homeless ass nigga times 100.
In the midst of the discussion, two officers approached the group.
Deshaun Miles,
Yeah?
we have a warrant for your arrest. You need to come with us.
For what?
Don't play games with me, Deshaun. You've been tossing dope around these streets like they're hot potatoes. Now hurry up.
Okay, no joke, officer. I was literally about to go to the bathroom before you got here.
You can hold it. Let's go.
Officer, unless you want me to shit myself all in your back seat, I need to go right now.
You got 2 minutes. Hurry up.
Alex followed Deshaun into the bathroom.
Deshaun,
What up, Lex? Can you believe these motherfuckers trying to lock me up? I ain't ever been interrogated by the police in my life.
Deshaun, listen. Whatever you do, do not talk to them.
What you mean?
They'll read you your Miranda rights, and in it they say, anything you say can and will be used against you.
Who the fuck is Miranda?
Just don't say anything. They'll make up stuff to try to get you to cough somebody up or confess. Remember, it is legal for cops to lie during interrogation. It is illegal, though, for cops to continue questioning after you ask for a lawyer. The only thing you should ever say is you want a lawyer, no matter what they tell you.
But I don't got no lawyer. I'm like that AJ Smith nigga. I can't afford that shit.
It doesn't matter. If you ask for a lawyer, the state must give you one then.
Are you being straight with me?
Deshaun, believe me, do not say anything. If the world's best criminal lawyer was being questioned by the cops, they'd do the exact same thing.
Shit, alright, I trust you, homie. Get your ass out of here, though. I gotta take a piss.
Megan was sitting at her desk waiting for Bill to call her in his office. She was nervous. Yesterday was the first time she has proposed a plan like this to her boss. She felt as though the outcome of her plan would make or break her career.
Meg, I need you in my office. Okay, so this is the deal. What's going to happen is that an award ceremony is going to get set up.
Award for who?
Robert Ziegler.
Robert Ziegler? What's the reward? Scumbag of the year? Isn't that the guy that advocated for the destruction of Lebanon because he would have made billions from it?
Yes.
The guy that owns a company that purposely poisoned a city's food supply so they had no choice but to buy his product instead?
Right?
Also, the guy who bribed the FDA to not sanction a drug that cures diabetes at a faster rate because it meant that his drug would take a hit since it's less effective. Thus, they would sell more, and not to mention it's 8 times more expensive. The crazy thing is, Bill, is that I could keep going of how much of a scumbag this guy is.
Exactly. But the guy was an American, a wealthy man, came from a once existed middle class and became a billionaire. He is a great example of what many people want to be, which is a good enough reason to believe that nobody will question our motives when the government conducts this honor. And like you, Meg, the Monkey King despises this man, dead or alive. Once they hear we are rewarding this guy and celebrating his life, they will show up pissed off and most likely doing something stupid.
What if they don't? What if they protest peacefully?
That's easy. We'll get somebody to just throw a Molotov cocktail in the crowd and we'll blame it on them. Once that happens, chaos will ensue.
I'm not doing anything but interviewing members of that group.
Yeah, you are going to do what I tell you to do because that's what I fucking pay you to do. And what you're going to do is...
Bill opened a drawer from his desk and pulled out an item.
Take this.
What is this?
It's a tracker. These retards are going to show up in vans most likely. During the protests, you go up to one of the vans and you attach this underneath it, okay?
Wouldn't they notice a tracker on the bottom of their shoe?
Okay, the second thing I want you to do is never make a joke again. Got it?
Bill, in all seriousness though, I'm a journalist, okay? Not a secret agent.
You take this device and you stick it underneath one of the vans, and that way, when they leave or the ones who get away leave, we'll know where they live and get these clowns shut down for good.
How would you know where they would go?
The tracking device is connected to this chip in my computer. Once it's attached, I can just have a look on my screen and I can see where they went to. The announcement of the ceremony is taking place tonight, and the ceremony itself is taking place tomorrow morning. Take the tracker and do not lose it.
Is it just me, or am I getting some help?
Just you. If we get too many people on this, it'll cause suspicion. Plus, I got them working on a hot topic that just came out of nowhere.
What topic is this?
Segregation of poor kids and rich kids. Some rich kid got his ass beat pretty badly by some poor kid in Westshire High.
What the hell is a poor kid doing there?
I don't know. He must have gotten a scholarship. Anyway, the high elites are pretty concerned now, so it's the big discussion of the week.
Segregation. They should focus more on segregating journalists from inciting riots.
I'll segregate you from your fucking job, Meg. Enough with the attitude. Show up at the ceremony tomorrow and quit your whining.
Paul was standing guard at Westshire High School. He's been a police officer for almost 14 years now and has never seen the country as where it is today. Every day there is a new conflict, a new crime, a bubble that just popped and splashed over the citizens of this country. And now he's standing guard, anticipating a conflict in the least expected area in the city, the wealthy area.
This is pretty different. Hey, Paul?
It seems like every day is different from the last. A couple weeks ago, I arrested a kid for shooting a classmate on the poor side of town. And yesterday, I arrested a kid for fighting a classmate on the rich side of town. They both are looking at the same charge.
You arrested that kid? What was he like?
Good kid, good manners, humble. Didn't have a bad attitude or anything. Classmates like him and the teachers love him.
No way the teachers will bring that up during this parent-teacher meeting.
Shit, no. Meanwhile, the kid he beat up is a total douchebag. When I talked to him, he was so annoying. I wanted to give him a couple shots.
Good thing you didn't. The amount of bullshit that could come out of this, that kid may go straight to jail.
What do you mean?
These crazy assholes are trying to pass the law so that if any kid below a certain income hits a kid whose family is above a certain income, the poor kid gets straight to jail. No juvie.
They want to send a 16-year-old in the same building as a gangbanger.
They probably didn't think it through.
Yeah, no shit they didn't think it through, because they have nothing to think about. The only shit you think the most about is the shit you know the most about. These parents may have a lot of money and know a lot about business and whatnot, but they don't know dick about prison, juvie, the streets, or any of that shit. We do. Yet we can't say anything in meetings like this.
That's not what Bill Shea thinks. I was listening to his show today, and he thinks that if they continue...
That guy's a bullshit artist. He doesn't even write his own shit or does any journalism. He gets people to do that for him. Motherfucker is no different than an actor.
Deshaun was waiting in the interrogation room. The long wait in a small room and buzzing lights made him want to come out and confess to the first accusation, just so he can get out.
This is going to be easy. This is this kid's first time getting interrogated.
Shit, look at him in there. He's already struggling.
Do you even know if he was involved?
No, we never do. That's the beauty of this.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
The two policemen confidently entered the interrogation room and sat across from Deshaun.
All right, Deshaun, listen. We know you're slinging dope on the street. Don't bullshit us. We know. We have evidence of that. We also know that you are a part of a crew that is involved in a murder on Terran Street, and you were an accomplice.
You hear that? Accomplice in a murder. You are looking down the barrel of at least 25 years in jail. If you want to have a chance of living out your youth, you give us names or waste away at least a quarter of your life.
If he even knows what a quarter is.
Deshaun sat quietly. He was nervous. Hearing the words that the men across from him were saying made him panic. He knew none of what they said were true, but he knew they didn't care about the truth. The truth was their enemy.
Deshaun? I know this is a lot to take in, but I assure you that a kid in your position...
Lawyer.
Well, what?
I would like to speak to a lawyer, please.
Deshaun, a lawyer won't help you in this scenario. We are trying to help you. All you have to do for us is confess to these crimes.
But I didn't.
Deshaun paused.
What was that?
I want a lawyer, and I'm aware that law allows you cops to make shit up during these meetings.
Deshaun, you have no idea what you're talking about. Whoever told you that obviously wants you to go to jail.
And I know that it is illegal for cops to further ask me questions after I ask for my lawyer.
You can't afford a lawyer. You got no money, so listen to us instead.
The state must give me a lawyer. I ain't saying a thing until my lawyer is in this joint with me.
The two policemen sighed with disappointment. As they stood up from their chairs and exited the interrogation room, one of them turned to Deshaun.
You got lucky, kid. Next time I'm taking your ass behind bars, I guarantee it.
Motherfucker, you should take your ass to the bar exams because you clearly don't know shit about the law you're trying to uphold.
Jimmy was working in his office. Trading stocks, buying corporations, and researching markets was beginning to feel mundane. He's already won the game, yet it feels like he lost a long time ago.
Jimmy, George is here to see you.
Okay, let him in. Hey, George, how can I help you?
Hey, Jim, good to see you.
Likewise.
So listen, we're hosting a charity tonight, and I want you and Michelle to come.
Tonight? You couldn't let me know yesterday?
I know it's a late notice, but I really think it'll make the charity look better. Out of all the billionaires, I know you're the one that is the most likable. With your donations and everything, it fits right into your reputation.
I guess. But a likable billionaire in this world is like being a likable Nazi. It's like, yeah, he's cool, but he's still a Nazi.
Well, if it makes you feel better, it's not a charity to fight Nazi discrimination.
That does make me feel better. What is it for?
Slavery. Well, not for slavery, but against slavery. Like raise money for victims of sex slavery and other kinds.
All right, how much do you want?
I just want you to be there. Money isn't an issue.
I'll do both.
That's great. It's going to be life-changing. It might get a little dark because, you know, the subject isn't the most happiest.
Yeah, honestly, a charity for Nazis sounds more uplifting than that.
Maybe, but it's going to be good. We got some members from Heaven's Gate, Branch Davidian, that one guy Osho or something.
I didn't know those cults had sex slaves. I thought it was consensual.
It probably was. But you know, a lot of these former cult members are in the fast lane for being famous. They can make a bunch of stuff up and make money from it.
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
More like never let the truth get in the way of a lot of money.
That must be the slogan for the world. Never let the truth get in the way of a lot of money.
Megan was waiting. She was standing outside of an abandoned building. She didn't exactly know why she chose this spot, but it was the best place she could think of. A car pulled up.
Meg, what's going on? Why did you ask me to come see you here at 4 a.m.?
Okay, Nick, the reason I'm telling you this is that you're the only one I can trust.
Okay, what is it?
This is top secret, Nick. I can't have this be disclosed to anybody.
You can trust me, Meg.
Okay, you know about that award ceremony coming up for Robert Ziegler?
Yeah.
Well, it's just a sting operation for the Monkey King group. The plan is to give a public ceremony for this man who clearly goes against everything the Monkey King stands for. So odds are they come and protest it.
Protesting isn't illegal.
No, but he's alluded to having people throw Molotov cocktails to provoke a riot, and then use that as a reason to get the feds to arrest them. But, Nick, this is the reason why I wanted to talk to you in person outside. He wants me to put a tracker on one of the Monkey King vans when it arrives during the ceremony.
A tracker? See where they live?
Yeah, but honestly, if the feds find out where they live and try to shut it down, it will lead to a major conflict. I am certain that group has guns and is going to resist. It'll be like Waco, but 100 times worse.
So what are you planning on doing?
I don't know, but I know if I can interview the members of the Monkey King, I know it will ease the tension. If I can just do a piece that is unbiased and not a smear job, it'll make them trust us, and the people trust them more. If the country believes that they are a terrorist group, then they'll support the takedown of the group.
But because the group is so big now, any attempted takedown of the group will result in a major conflict.
Right. I need to somehow get to Bill's computer to see where they live before he does.
No, you don't. Bill is clearly working with the feds on this one. They gave him the tracker that they gave to you. They probably gave him an extra one.
How do you know?
I went to Bill's office abruptly yesterday without knocking because I was pissed about having to write a pro-segregation monologue, and I saw in the bottom drawer 2 items that look exactly like tracking devices. He closed it right away, but not before I got a look at it.
Bill's a moron, but he's not stupid enough to have an extra FBI tracker in his desk at the office.
Bill's not stupid. It's just that his ego is so big that he thinks he can leave anything of valuable in his office, and nobody would dare go through it. The only way you get this done is that you have to sneak into Bill's office after work and grab the extra tracker from his drawer with the chip. You then throw away the tracker that Bill gave you and hook the one up that you took from the drawer. That way you'll know where the Monkey King live, or at least meet up without Bill ever knowing.
What am I going to tell Bill about the tracker that he gave me?
If they're going to try to turn it into a riot, they'll turn it into a riot. When that comes, just dump it a pond nearby or in a fire. But make sure it is destroyed. He'll believe you. I mean, you're a journalist, not Tom Cruise. He'll understand. You have to do it tonight, though. If you can't get the extra tracker tonight, then it won't happen.
How? Bill locks his door before he leaves the office.
Right, but the janitor must have a key. I never seen the janitor in his office during the day, yet it's always clean, despite Bill's uncleanliness.
So what? We're going to mug the janitor?
No. The set of keys are in the janitor's locker room. They never lock it. I'll distract him before he enters the building. You take the keys from there.
Okay, I can do that.
Meg, you seriously owe me for this one.
We cannot have our kids around these barbarians.
I understand, sir, but
My
we have
kid
to.
was in the hospital because we let some thug into our school, into our neighborhood. We need to have policemen surrounding the other poorer areas in the city, making sure no one comes in and invade our side of town.
Paul and his fellow officer were standing guard in the back of the assembly.
Don't you think it's hilarious how they want us poor people to help protect them against other poor people?
Maybe we can take advantage of it and use it as leverage to get higher salaries.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Now I kinda hope for segregation. Hello?
Hey, Paul, I just got a call for an arrest on someone near the inner city. Are you available?
Well, I'm kinda sure I'll be there.
Paul made his way towards the inner city. The difference from the side of town he was leaving compared to the one he was just entering was staggering. When he was young, he couldn't believe that there on the other side of the world was extreme poverty that the average American couldn't comprehend. And now that extreme poverty isn't on the other side of the world, but just on the other side of town. He made his way to the location of the call-in.
What?
I have an arrest warrant for Michael Blumen?
What the hell? What is this for?
I have reports of a few muggings on the street.
What? This is bullshit.
Sir, turn around with your hands behind your back. We're going downtown.
Alex was reading in his room at the detention center.
Hey, you're back.
Hell yeah, I'm back.
What happened?
I took Yo's advice and shit. It worked better than I thought.
You got off?
Why you think I'm here, nigga? For real, man, you saved my ass. I owe you big time.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
No, I owe you. You saved me probably years inside. I'm scheduled to get released this afternoon. If you didn't tell me any of that shit, man, I would have been stuck here until I was old enough to go to prison.
Thanks, man.
I'll be at the corner at Marlin Street if you need anything.
All right, I appreciate that.
Hey, Nielsen, some policemen are here to see you.
What now?
Alex exited his room and saw a policeman standing right outside the door.
Alex Nielsen, is it?
Yeah?
Your mother is Julie Nielsen?
Yes, why? What happened?
You need to come with us.
Jimmy and his wife were sitting in the audience of the charity event as an interview was taking place on stage.
So how long were you in the Branch Davidian?
I was there for 7 years before the Waco incident.
Tell us about your time there.
It was terrible. I was completely brainwashed by this man. He trapped me there. He made me and other women do things to satisfy himself. I was a slave, a sex slave.
How did this man have this much power?
Well, I guess it's the same as the Rajneesh movement or Heaven's Gate. Because of the law, at the time, cults like the Branch Davidian could have their own town with their own rules. It was almost like its own country, and they took advantage of this and made their own laws within these towns and compounds that couldn't be contested.
So it was almost like a form of government within the states.
Yes, one could literally have their own society with their own police force, laws, and a form of government. That's why there are so many cults in America at the time.
Of course, the government, the real government, cracked down on these cults, such as the Federal RICO Act, which gave the government power to prosecute cult leaders.
Exactly, and as a result, they have saved many sex slaves, and I urge the government to continue the crackdown on slavery not only in this country, but around the world.
Jimmy was intrigued by the interview. Not so much what the woman was saying. As a matter of fact, Jimmy thought she was lying just to sell merchandise, but the topic itself that got his attention. Alex ran over and hugged his mom, who was lying in a hospital bed.
Mom, are you okay?
I'm fine, Alex. I really am.
Who did this to you?
It was a man named Michael Blumen. Your mom wasn't the first victim. He was arrested this morning. He works at Peralta's Pizza as a cook or something.
That bastard?
Listen, don't worry. Mugging is a serious offense, especially a serial mugger. He shouldn't see the outside of a cell for a long time.
That guy's lucky.
Hey, kid, listen. You were just put in juvenile detention and scheduled to be released later today. You want to stay in there? You have already caused enough shit in this city already. No more tough guy bullshit anymore, or you'll either end up dead or in a prison cell with that asshole who makes pizzas. Got it?
I do.
Okay. Talk with your mother. I'll be waiting outside.
It's okay, Alex. I'm fine. The only thing that'll make it worse if you try to take revenge or something.
It looks like I won't need to.
The doctor arrived.
Hi, doctor. I'm Alex. Thanks for taking care of my mom.
Yeah, my son goes to the same school as you.
What's his name?
His name is Carson.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, so anyway, Miss Nielsen. We got the x-rays, and it seems like you may have a fracture in your ankle. So, you'll end up needing a wheelchair for maybe the next month or so, until your other leg heals up.
Okay.
There is an issue with the billing, though. The cost of the appointment will be around $25,000.
What? $25,000?
We can't afford that. That's way too high for us. Listen, my mom was mugged. Is there any way you can adjust this?
That's the bill.
Alex grabbed the bill and examined it.
Wait a minute. It says here that doctor's treatment is only $9,000 and the ambulance is $500. But doctor's time is $11,000. That's a total scam.
Well, maybe you shouldn't attack that kid at school.
What the hell are you talking about?
I know who you are, Alex. The whole country does. You poor fucks should stay in the inner city where you belong and stay away from the people that actually matter.
Don't start giving me shit.
Or what? Go ahead and hit me, Alex. Your police officer is just outside, and I'll be sure that he locks you up permanently with the rest of you. You're lucky that I even treated your mom. Now she'll stay here and be treated. You get out of this building before you beat up another upper-class citizen. If you come back, make sure it's with a fucking check.
You should check your mouth before it says something you'll regret. Oh, and by the way, your son Carson is a total fag.
Jimmy felt like he had to fight off all the attendees at the charity event. Every man and woman were pestering him, asking for donations, investments, commercials. He felt like a gazelle getting mauled by a herd of hyenas. Jimmy saw in the distance the woman who was just on stage.
Hi, that was a really inspiring interview you gave today.
Thank you. Would you like to buy my book?
Okay, sure. Listen, you mentioned that cult and how many others like it had their own laws that were different from the regular U.S. citizen.
Yes, well, a long time ago, when I was a late teenager, the U.S. was very much a country that valued freedom of the absolute. You had freedom to do whatever, even create your own town. The Rajneesh cult before us came over from India and bought large state of land in Oregon and built a town with its own sets of rules. There are plenty others: Mormons, Jonestown, 12 Tribes, Scientology. They all took advantage of it, which gave them the power to do what they did. Of course, with the chaos that these men created, laws were passed that restricted power from those monsters, thank God.
Yeah, totally. But would you have, let's say, supported the Branch Davidian or any of these groups if they implemented a society that you thought was good or maybe even better than our current society?
If it was good, maybe. But these groups get too power hungry, they all corrupt themselves with power. Unless they created a law that prevented themselves from gaining all the power in the group, but who on earth would do that?
Right. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
Paul was driving back to the parent-teacher gathering at the school.
Paul here.
Hey, Paul, you know that guy you brought in?
The serial mugger?
Yeah.
What about him?
I just wanted to let you know that he's being released.
You're kidding. How?
One of the women that he mugged was Alex Nielsen's mom. I believe you brought this kid in juvie a couple days ago.
So?
Paul, the whole country is losing it of what that kid did. We're getting some pressure from the top to disassociate the department from him completely.
Why would the bosses pressure us to let go of the kid?
I think you can figure that one out yourself, Paul. The department is funded by the government, and they want no sympathy for that kid. If the public found out that his mom was mugged, it might get people to empathize with the kid and even get them on his side. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that we're getting this from the top down.
Hey, by the way, I think I'm going to head to the detention center real quick before I go to the school.
All right, no problem. We got enough police there already.
Deshaun was embracing all his friends in the detention center.
I didn't think you'd be out before me.
Shit, I'm always in first place, know what I'm saying?
Congrats, man. Enjoy that freedom.
Lex, I thought you coming out the same time as me.
I don't know. To be honest, I kind of hope I stay longer. Don't have really anywhere to go.
Don't get used to that feeling, homie. A man ain't supposed to be locked up. Hey, remember, I still owe you.
All right. Thanks, man.
Paul entered the detention center.
Officer Paul, you here to see me off?
I'll probably see you soon on those corners, Deshaun.
Oh, come on, officer. You know I just be hanging out. That ain't against the law.
Good point. I'll see you later. Hey, Alex, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Hey, listen, I hate to tell you this, but your mom's mugger got released today.
What?
Because of the assault at the school, the city decided it's best that they don't add any more stress on this issue.
So what the fuck? Mugging's legal now?
I'm sorry, Alex.
Fuck this world, man. This world just keeps giving it to me, and they keep wanting me to take it.
Believe me, Alex, it's better if you do.
What did you say?
Alex, it's best that you just accept your losses. Don't fight it, because you'll just lose and end up worse than you are now.
How can it get worse? I want to tell you something, officer. I may have ruined my life 2 days ago when I beat that kid. I may have cost my mom and myself a future, but I'll tell you what. I don't regret it. The first time in my life, I had control. I took matters in my own hands. My whole life, I followed the rules. Didn't curse, didn't cause trouble, and did everything they told me, and all I get in return is other people's shit, and they expect me to just eat it. When I saw that annoying prick in class act the way he did, all cocky and shit, I wanted him to get fucked up, but I know nobody does anything for you if you're a kid like me. You gotta do it yourself. And I got what I wanted. I wanted to see that kid in pain, and I saw him in pain, and the best part is, I gave him that pain, me. From that point on, officer, I realized I have more power than I thought I had. I have more power than they told me I had. Now the only question is, how far can I push it?
Alex, listen.
My sentence is up today, officer. I'm heading out.
Megan was nervous. She buried her head into her desk pretending to work while the office was emptying. She peeked her head towards Bill's office and saw him locking his door.
Meg, what are you doing still working? Day's done.
I'm just getting ready for tomorrow.
All right, good thinking. Remember the ceremony begins at 9 a.m. Make sure you get the lights.
Meg got up from her desk and stared out the window. She waited until the last car in the parking lot drove away.
Meg, the cleaning staff aren't here yet. Their locker room is in the basement. Head down there right now. I'll keep them distracted when they come.
Megan was surprised by Nick's sudden rebellious behavior. Nonetheless, she had no time to be observant of her coworker. She quickly hurried down to the basement. It was a hallway with several rooms on either side. She started scanning the hallway until she found the janitor's room. Meg grabbed the keys and ran back up to her floor.
What?
Meg, the cleaning staff are pulling into the parking lot. Hurry.
I'm about to go into Bill's office now.
Meg hung up the phone. After trying to jiggle in several keys through the doorknob, she finally unlocked the door into Bill's office. She looked through the bottom drawer and there it was, the extra tracker.
Bill, you are a fucking idiot.
Megan grabbed the tracker, exited Bill's office and locked the door. She hurried downstairs and met Nick in the lobby.
Did you get it?
Got it.
Give me the keys. I'll return it to the janitors. Go home and get some rest. You got a big day tomorrow.
Thanks. Nick, why are you doing this? You've always tried to look out for me to not get me fired, and now you're helping me steal from our boss.
You're my friend, Meg.
Alex was walking along the street. Even though he only spent 2 days in juvenile detention, the feeling of the sunshine and fresh air made him never want to be inside again. Unfortunately, that reality was coming sooner than later. Alex found Deshaun and his crew on a corner.
Lex, what's happening, homie?
D, what the fuck? You friends with a white motherfucker.
Hey, he ain't like the 5-0, man. I met this nigga in juvie. He beat some rich white boy's ass in school.
Shit, that's you? I heard about that shit on the TV.
Nigga, you ain't got no TV. If you could afford a TV, your ass wouldn't be out here slinging dope.
I saw it at a convenience store.
Whatever, homie. What's good, Lex? What you need?
Remember when you said that you owe me a favor?
You want to cash it in?
I do, but it's a big favor.